Hello friends, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How you doing today? Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me. I am back with a scrappy Saturday video. So every Saturday I'm working on my scraps lately. It's my new thing. So this is my third video, I think, working on my scraps. And last week I had a little idea about using, I'm not saying it was my idea, but it's just a way I was using some of my strips, you know, the little strip at the top of your scrapbook paper, where I was making hinges with them. So this week I've been doing this. I've been making little tags. So I already cut out the little hole that's in the middle, and this is what I have left, all these little pieces here. So what I've been doing this week is just trying to make as many little tags as I can out of this strip. So I've kind of been getting 2 or 3 depending on how big you want them. I like them usually a little longer than, you know, like a tag shape, not necessarily like a square. Like this one's almost too small, but I might use this. So I get this shape, and then I just cut the little corners off. I don't really fuss too much about getting them even. I mean, I think they are even, or I try to get them even just by cutting them, you know, with my scissors. So, you know, I don't want it to take, I want this to be quick. And you can use, I use my crocodile to punch the holes now, since I didn't used to have one. I haven't had it that long. So, but if you have a crocodile, it punches, you can use a little small hole punch. You can use a regular hole punch, is what I used up until I got the crocodile, which was a lot, you know, quite most of my junk journaling career here, or adventure. But, now I have this, so I started using this just really this week because I hadn't made these in a while. But it makes a perfect little hole there in your tiny tag, you know what I mean? It's just the right size for this tag. So I think those are super cute, and you could use them either just like this or put some baker's twine or something in there. I usually put baker's twine because it's nice and thin, and it will go through this small hole with no problem. And so, like for these right here, I have some pink and white, and I just kind of eyeball probably about 6 or 7 inch. I mean, sometimes I do smaller, but I know like one of my friends likes a long tag, a long string on her. She orders these little tags from me, and she likes a longer tag. So now when I make them, I'm trying to go ahead and just put longer tags on them so I have them ready for her if she places another order, you know what I mean? So, you know, might as well have them ready, right? So like I just cut 3 for these 3, and I just do the little kind of loopy through tie off, where you just put both ends through the hole, and then, you know, do like this, and there you go. You have a nice long string. It's enough string to tie it onto something, and you have a pretty little tag. And this was double-sided scrapbook paper, so cute little decoration. And you know, I just don't overthink it with little corners. I just kind of snip them off and be on my way, you know, so you can get them done quick. And I think they're really cute and pretty. I stuck a bunch of them in my last journal, so that was fun. So I think it's going to be used for different things. Whatever you might need a little tag for, you could use them on a gift, or you know, tie them on if you want to put a name on something. Say, like recently I sent something to my parents, and one was for my mom and one was for my dad. So I used a little tag, like a little tiny tag, and wrote mom on it, and put this on the thing, you know, tied it onto the thing that was for my mom because I was mailing it to them, and tied another one on, you know, and put dad on it. So, you know, all kinds of uses for these. They can be used in layering or whatever, with or without a string. So that's just one idea for scraps that I'll be working on with my scraps today and this week, until I use up all these little strips. And then Another thing I like to do is I'm combining my scraps with my index cards. If you watched last week, I put hinges on my index cards, so I have these pulled out here. But what I like to do also, besides use the whole index card, is cut them in half, because it makes the perfect little 3-inch index card. So what I do is, let me see here. Oops. Kind of measure. I don't have a pencil right here. I could grab one if I need one, but it's 5. You know, these are 3 by 5. So 2.5 inches is right here. I'm just kind of marking it with my finger since I don't have a pencil. And I'll bring this over here and put it on my cutter. And then, then you cut them in half. Cut your little 3 by 5s in half, or you can cut 4 by 6s in half too. And there you have 2 little perfect little. I didn't cut it even, of course, but maybe I will grab my pencil. But 2 perfect little, I mean, either one of these can be, it doesn't matter if it's uneven. I can use both of these, decorate these or whatever. So let me grab my pencil, just one second. And let's see, let's do one even here. Let's do a white one. I've got a bunch with holes. Let me get one without holes here. Put these ones with holes. Those are from a previous project, and I'm reusing those. So let me put those aside. I just want to get a different color. Here's the yellow one. So yeah, let's measure this. 2.5 inches would be right here. Okay, let's see if this works out better, where I can get it even. Okay. There we go. See? Aren't they cute? And then, let me erase that pencil mark. Okay, so we've got these to decorate or do whatever we want with. Let's see what I have here. Now, I pulled out some stickers here because that's another thing I need to use up. So I figured, you know, combining all of these things I need to use up. Index cards, stickers, scraps, you know, why not combine and make something pretty, right? So what do I have in here? I have some of this as a scrap here. And this is some like cardstock scrapbook paper that has some postage on it. I'm actually going to cut some of these out, I think, and use some of these. I think that would be fun. Let's cut some of these out. I'm trying to keep, you can see, barely see the little jagged lines here around these stamps. So I'm trying to keep that as much as possible. Okay, these are, what's left is not whole. I could use these in layering though. These would be great for layering. I'm just going to cut this part off right here. That's probably not going to have any use right here, these 2 scraps. Okay, so I have these. These will be fun. I'm going to go ahead and cut them apart so they're ready. So this was from my scrap box here that I have right here. Those are ready, and these, I think I'll go ahead and cut these apart for layering because I can cover up the top, you know, the top part that is cut off. And in layering, and you will never know it was cut off, you know what I mean? So this one has a nice jagged edge on it right here. And this side you can't really see, but there we go. Those are pretty too. Okay. And here's a black scrap. I kind of like black to put light pieces on top of black, and then, you know, make this, you know, like say you have a piece of coffee dye paper or something light that you can write on, sturdy it up with your black scrap cardstock. So I'm going to make this into, let me see what I have. Let me see if I don't have anything I want to put on here before I cut it. And then I could cut it after I put something on there, if I have something to put on here. Let me see. That I could write on, you know what I mean? Or not, that could be written on, not necessarily that I could write on, but that can be written on. I have so many tiny scraps now. Let's see. Got my allergies going today. Just took an allergy pill before I turned on the video. So, gosh, I kind of pretty much used up a lot of my lighter pieces. So this can make a nice little drawing card there. Here's some, well, that's kind of small. Yeah, so I don't know. Here's a postcard. I have a paper bag in here that I probably just need to cut up. I don't know why it's in here, but it can be used for the paper of it. This right here. Maybe I'll put that on there as a writing paper. So I need to cut this up so I can get it apart. So let me, this is like the biggest piece of paper I have in there. So if I need paper right now, why not go ahead and use it, right? Instead of letting it sit in my scrap box. Okay. Oops. So now we have this. This side is, maybe that's why I put it in there, because this side is kind of dirty from, I don't know, distressing or something. And then this, maybe I was gluing or distressing on top of it, but this side is clean. So I'm just going to cut this off the edges where it's holding it together, so we can use this paper also. So I'm just going to see how much I can get done in about 30 minutes or so today. That's what I've been doing, so these videos don't get too long. So this will fit on top of this, and then I can cut it up. So let me, kind of want to have a little border around it. So I've got my thumbnail marking spot there, and I made a little fold too where I need to cut. Okay, so see, it'll be like this. And then this side. Okay, let's use this up. This side now, see, I glued or something on this side, so this side that got dirty, but actually I can use the other side and glue that down, so it won't matter. So I'll save that. I'll save these for right now, and then we'll see if we can get this glued down, and then we'll do something with these index cards and stamps. I'm just trying to get as much done as possible, so I'm just kind of pulling things out and getting things done here. I think I need a little bit more off of the side. I just want a little bit more of a black border around this. Okay. So I hope everyone's having a great week, or a good week at least. I had a decent week. Today is Saturday, as I said, and I'm going to strip off the side, but I want to get this glued down first. Let's see, I think I'll just use my craft bond here. That should hold it down good. Good enough. So yeah, I'm still working, and everything's fine at work. Just not going anywhere, going to work, coming home from work. That's it. You know, I don't go out at lunchtime or anything. In fact, I'm not really taking a lunch break right now, so that I can get off an hour earlier instead of staying an hour later. You know, might as well, since nothing's happening, might as well just get the work done and come home. But yeah, so I went to Walmart today. There, now I have a nice writing surface there. I want to cut a strip off either side and just make it even. And I think I'm going to cut, well, I think that's what I'm going to do for right now. I don't want to cut too much off. Just enough, hopefully. Yeah, that's good. And so everything was the same as I described last week at Walmart, except last week they had, at my Walmart, they had only one door by the food where you could go in and out, and they had the other doors at the garden center and the other door next to the garden center. They had those locked. You couldn't go in or out of those. And this week you could go in. I don't know about the garden center. I didn't go down, try to go in that one. But the one next to the garden center you could go in, and the one next to, you know, the food you could go in. So they had both of those open today, which I thought was good. It was kind of silly to make everybody go in and out of one door, you know what I mean? So, but everything inside was the same, except I don't know if the arrows were there last week. There were arrows on the aisles, like everybody's supposed to go, you know, to stay 6 feet apart, go in one way, in one direction, up and down the aisles, which nobody was doing, and there wasn't that many people in the store. I'm trying to see think if it was the normal amount of Saturday amount of people. I guess I could say it was the normal, pretty much the normal amount of cars I usually see on Saturday on any normal day of the, you know, of the year. So wasn't a lot of people, but wasn't, you know, there wasn't nobody there. There was not nobody there. There's normal amount. So I like this. I could put something here. I think I'm going to keep it this size for now and just have it ready for when I need a base. And I can cut it up later if I need it. So I'm going to call this one done for the moment. I like that. Nice big white base with a black frame. I think that's neat and pretty. And it will be pretty to collage on or something. Or put a picture, you know, if I have a picture, like an old photo from a book or something. I think I will cut this into 2 tags. You know what? I think I'm going to cut this into 1 long tag, actually. I think I'll just, because I have a lot of little ones, so I'm trying to think if I want to round the corners or just cut, I think I'll just round the corners on this one. Each piece can be different, you know. You just got to pick up your scraps and figure out what you're going to do with it, one by one sometimes. I'm not going to distress this. I'm going to leave it just like this for right now. I'm not going to put a hole in it right now for like a tagged type of thing. I'm going to leave it just like this, ready to go. It can be written on the back. So I'm going to leave that unless I want to do something with it. I'm going to put it right here in case I want to pick it back up and do something with it. So I have these index cards, these stamps. I have this postcard that was torn when I got it, and I already used the other half on the front of a journal. It was really cool, and now this piece is really cool here. I can take a little bit more of this maybe. Can I? No, that's really hard. Like cardstock right there still. It's just a very bit, you know, thin piece of the top layer. So I'm going to distress that and save it for, you know, what would it be pretty on is that black and white, that black and white paper. Let me see. See, I knew I thought I might want to pick that back up. See how that would look kind of cool on there? Yeah, I think I'm going to glue that down. I like that. Okay, let's do it. We're not going to think about it. We're just going to do it. If it looks good at first sight, we're just going to go for it. So I'm going to use some art glitter glue since this is kind of thick and a little bit slick on the back. This is from, it has a 1-cent stamp. I almost hate to cover that up, but I'm going to, because, you know, it's a scrap. I have other postcards with 1-cent stamps, so I'm not going to worry about it. So got lots of glue on there, plenty of glue. I'm going to glue it down on this side, and then I'm going to put it to the side and see if anything else comes up that I want to put over here. You know, doesn't that look neat? I think it really looks neat. It could actually be a drilling card where you write over here and just have this pretty architectural building with the old cars, and there's some people on here too. So I think that's neat looking. Okay, so what do we want to do with these index cards? I keep saying we're going to do something, we don't do anything. I have stickers, like I said. I have my Tim Holtz here. I have, yeah, lots of Tim Holtz. Since these are colorful, let's get out, let's look at this. Whoa, everything's falling out of here. I have this new, it's my newest Tim Holtz. I didn't just buy it, but when I bought it, it's my newest, because I have my other Tim Holtz packages. I've had them for over a year, probably a couple years, that I'm working on, and one was given to me as a gift, but this one when I went one time, I noticed it and I was like, oh, that's really pretty and it looks different from what I have, so I got it. And so I think these bright colors would look pretty on these bright colors, you know, like I could leave the lines as the journaling card and then put this on the back, or either or, because you can write on either side. So let's find some smaller, see if I can cut up the flowers or use some smaller pieces here. There's a lot of flowers and butterflies in here. So let's see what we can find to decorate these 4 index cards that I am combining with my scraps, and maybe we'll put one of these stamps on here too that I pulled out of my scrap pile. So I just need something small. Here's a small butterfly. And this one, I don't want the things I'm putting on there to take up too much room, but it would be fun to put something pretty on here. So let's see what we have. Lots of big things, which can be cut up, but I'd rather just use something small if I have it. So let's see. Big butterflies and flowers. This one's possibility. That one's pretty, but too big. I have, let's see, here's a little green one. That's cute. Smaller than that one, so I'm going to put that one away. That's pretty. I can just cut off the tip. That's pretty. A yellow butterfly. That one's a little bigger. Okay, and here's a smaller, I don't know, that might be a possibility. Smaller one, yeah, that one's too big compared to that. Smaller one. Okay, so we're going to try to put 3 things on each index card for the rule of 3. And it doesn't have to be all stickers, it can be different things. So, like these stamps. Whoops, I gotta get that out of the way, don't I? Keep hitting it. Okay, let's put the, since I want to layer over these postage stamps, this one's too big. I'm not going to use that one right now. This one's a little smaller, and that would go with the green, so like I said, I'm not going to think about it too much. I'm just going to go for it. But the plan is to cover that top part up so that, so that I don't see that it was cut off. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little distress ink around the edges, which I should have done before I glued it down, but doing it now, and I'll distress the index card. Okay, I'll go ahead and distress this index card here. Just a little quick one, quick distressing. Yeah, so I didn't hardly need anything at Walmart today. I got in, got out, and then I did need something else that I need to go to Dollar Tree for, so I went to Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree was also the same number of people pretty much, and but they didn't have what I needed, so I went in and went right back out. So that was it, and came back home. So I did notice at Walmart it seemed like more people were wearing masks, so that's a good thing. You need to wear a mask to go ahead and wear it and be careful. And I was there around I would say 11:30, and I noticed probably about at least a dozen, I would say. Here's all the stamps I have. Okay, so at least a dozen empty toilet paper boxes. So, but we've learned that you have to go and be there when the store opens to get any. At 7, at least at my Walmart, that's how it's been apparently working. Okay, so I guess I'm going to put a stamp on each one. Go ahead and use up these stamps, except for that big one, because, you know, I could put that on that other. Wonder how that would look on the other. Yeah, I can't really see it on there. On the one with the postcard, I can't see it on there right now, but maybe later, we'll see. Not right now. That's a pretty scrap right there. Okay, so we're gluing these down, these stamps. We distressed all the stamps and all of the index cards. So there'll be a little room for writing on the front and back is my plan. Oh, I didn't glue that one yet. That's why it's not sticking down. I didn't glue it yet. Let's see, I think that's upside down. It's very faded. But that's the way it was made. It was just from scrapbook paper. So, okay, so we got our stamps. Now these two, I want to cover this one. I guess this one I need to make sure I cover up the top. So maybe a little butterfly on top of him. He's green, so maybe a little green on him. Little green butterfly. I think I'm going to put it right on top. I don't know if I like that. How about a flower? No, I don't like that either. Well, that's strange. Thought I would like that, but now that I'm seeing it, I don't like it. Okay, well, we'll just do something else. I have some stamps here. Let's try a stamp. I have mushrooms and these numbers. Let's go with number 1. It's probably going to be the most used stamps in this stamp set that I have. So let's see, should we put a number 1 over here? I'm going to try it on this one and see how it looks over the top of the stamp, because I want to cover up the top of that stamp even if it's just with a rubber stamp. Now I did wobble it a little bit too much, so I got some lines in there. But these, I think I'll put the number 1 up here in the corner. There we go, that looks good. This is just my coffee colored archival ink. I like to use this because it's with stamping, because it gives it a nice vintage look. So, okay, that's turned out cool. And so we need one more item, even though, so we can still put butterflies on here. I just didn't want it, I didn't like that one right there. So butterfly. Something like this. Okay. All right, but I think we need to distress them a little bit because they have the Tim Holtz die cuts like this have that white line around them. So you can leave the white line, or you can cut it off if you want to. But I don't want to cut it off. I'll just distress it a little bit. I have cut them off before. It's a kind of a lot of work, so I don't want to do that much work right now. So I'm just going to distress them. This is supposed to be quick and easy, not you know, intense work, so try not to do too much fussy cutting right now. Okay, did I get them all? No, I didn't get this one right here. This guy that looks like he doesn't have any distressing. Let's get him. Okay, now some glue. And since these are a little slick on the back, again, I'm going to use some art glitter glue. Try to remember where I had it. So we'll have 3 elements on each of these index cards, and one of them was from my scrap box. And so, let's see. This one. And I have pulled some of my punches out here. And that's one thing I like to do with my scraps is just punch a bunch of something, you know? Punch a bunch of something. Whatever you need, whatever punch you have that you need, like if you have some flowers or tag punches, paper punches. So we'll do that next, and I'll see what kind of punches we can punch out real quick. I did some on manila folder even this week, and they came out really nice, and I used them right away in my journal that I was just making. So there we go. See, a cute little simple journaling card. Distressed and cute with a little stamp and a butterfly and a little number there. So I think they're cute. So I'm going to put that in my done pile. Okay, so let me pick these up real quick, and I'm going to grab some things that I can punch. So where's my Tim Holtz that I just put away? Right here. Right here. Okay, so we're going to punch. Let's see if I can punch this, maybe. And I saved some file folder scraps this week. Where are they? I just put them in here. They got buried already. I can punch something on here. Just any scrap that's big enough for your punch. Even the black. Let's try some black. Here's just a piece of paper. Manila colored paper. Here's some floral paper. I just been trying to find that piece of, where is my file folder that I just put it on top just when I started this video because it was sitting here on my desk and now it's buried. That is weird. Okay, whatever. We'll just use this and then go on from there. So let's see. I've got a tag. This will fit my tag punch right here. This is I've only got 2 tag punches. This one, it has like a little scallop top. I think this will fit in here. Get it positioned right. There we go. Got myself a little tag. I can punch a hole in there and put a string on there. Right now I'm just going to make a pile of punches. So let's see. This one's big enough for my big punch. This is the same thing but bigger. So let's put this in here. Oh, it's not quite big enough. I thought it was going to be big enough. Let's try it. Nope, that's not big enough for that one. So let's go with a little one. Maybe we can get 2 out of the little one. If I put it just right here on this side. Let's see. There's 1. Let's see if we can get 1 more. Hope that's not too loud for you. The actual punch, it's a little loud here in my craft room. So there are 2 little black punches, and I can decorate these. Okay, and then this gets thrown away. So this, let's see. Maybe some, I kind of would like to get that butterfly. I wonder if I can get that butterfly. Well, I have to get this part first. down here. There, pretty little punch tag, double-sided. And now the butterfly. I'm gonna have to cut this off. Where's my scissors? Make it even down here so I can get it in there. Okay. Let's see what we can do here to save this butterfly and make it into a punch to tag. That would be pretty. There we go. Got the butterfly. Okay, and I think we can get one or two more here. Let's see. Right here. See? That's pretty much used up. I have this little tiny flower punch. Can you see that? It's a little flower, and this is just one of these, so I can punch real quick with this. So I left the back on this one because they're so tiny. I can just pretty much punch and punch and punch and make a bunch of little flowers real quick. And then I have a little jar over on my shelf that I keep them in, so when I need them, I can grab them. So those will go in my punch pile. And so we used up another scrap. I think that's pretty much used up there. Let's see. Now this one we could use in the big punch. There we go. This could be also a journaling card. Can we get another one there? I don't know if it's wide enough. Let's see. Just about fits. I think we might be able to get it. It's like barely wide enough. See? See how close it was? Anyway, here's the other one. All right. This I can use down here still, so let's get these big ones out of the way. Bigger ones and get a smaller one here. I've also got my allergies. I need to cover up my glues real quick too, since we're not using them right now. You know how they're going to be if I wait, right? They're going to be dried up. Okay, all right, glitter glue, get in there. There you go. Okay, so we're saving this here. I've got this punch right here I don't like as much, but I do like the flower, so I still use it. But you have to, this is one you have to put down on the surface. This is how I do it. And then you put your, see, I like the other ones you can see and you can just go punch, but this one I can't see, so, but it's pretty much position it right under the little punch here, and then this one you have to push down really hard on a hard, sturdy surface. So, see, I almost missed it there, see? So I got one. Let's punch a few of these. And these will be pretty. They're a nice neutral color. I can layer these up. Or that one I think I might have cut short maybe. I don't know. But I can probably still use it. Because you can layer these up like, where's my little tiny ones? So say I want a triple or double flower. So I have this one. It's white on the back. Okay, and I have this one. It's orange and yellow. It's double, is it orange and yellow? Double-sided. So I can go like this. Let me get one that's cut right. And kind of do a little double layer here. Like that. Isn't that cute? So, yeah. So I like to have those handy to do things with my journals. So a lot of times I'll just get my punches out and punch away. Use up a bunch of scraps that way. I've got some other punches too, so I try to keep all my I keep them in little jars over there on my shelf, so I try to, when the jar gets low, I try to grab my scraps and punch a bunch of whatever I need, So I think these are pretty much used up. I could probably get a little flower out of this one. Let's see. Yep, one more little flower and that one's done. Okay. Let's get that out of there. Put it in my punch pile. And then this one here is really pretty. There's so much you can do with this size. You can cut little tags like this, or cut tags like this length. We can do one of those real quick. Just cut a little tag like this. Okay. And then little corners off. Little hole. Let's use the little hole again. I like that little tiny hole. It's so cute. Isn't it adorable? And then you've got a pretty little tag, double-sided. This side could be written on. And I can put a string in there later. I have some yarn right here, some real pretty yarn. I could put one of these in here. Let's go ahead and grab one while we're at it. Finish it off. Let's see, there's some beautiful pink ones in here. All kinds of yarns. Let's see, this is kind of eyelashy. This is eyelashy. I could use eyelash. Oh, here's some pretty pink. Let's see what this is. I don't know if I've used this one before. These I received from a friend in Happy Mail. So pretty. This one almost feels like suede. Very cool. I think this one, well, I don't know if it really goes, but I'm going for it anyway. I'm just going for it. I'm not thinking about it. I refuse. Well, I am thinking about it a little bit because it might not go, but I'm using it anyway. So I just want to use this string. It's so cool. There we go. Cute. Okay. That was a lot that came out of that little bag. All this was in here. It like exploded when it came out. So push it back in there. So that's one thing you can do with your 1 inch, or this is probably about 1.5 inches. And then you can cut a little tag like this, like we were doing. I'll put a string on this one later. Just punch our little hole in here. Where's the little one? So cute. Okay, and then we can, let's see if we can get some little tags out of this one. Is it too, it's not quite wide enough for, I mean, you see how it's, I don't know if you can see that. See how it's in between, it's not going over to the edges, but it would still punch this top scallop part, so we could try it. Let's try it and see what it does, even though it's not going to the edge. We're not actually punching the edge, we're just punching the top shape. I don't know if I've ever tried that before. It pretty much worked. Yeah, I like that. So I'll punch a hole in there, make a little tag. Let me punch one out of the other end, so we have a nice squared off bottom. There we go, 2 of those. Now we just have this left, and we're going to punch some flowers. And this is not quite big enough for that flower, so let's do a couple little ones. And this piece will be used up. Okay, that's pretty much used up, I would say. Add those to our little pile over here. I don't know if you can see my pile, but I got a pile right up here of punched out flowers. Okay, and then we got to get these 2 out, and then we'll see what time we're at. Did we use up 30 minutes already? Oh my goodness, we used up 44 minutes already. So sorry. And time flies when you're having fun, right? Okay, so let me show you what we did. Let me cover up my distress ink so that doesn't dry out. But we did all of this, which I have a pile way over here. We did all of this, Little journaling cards. This is in limbo. I don't know what I'm going to do over here yet, but I think it's really pretty. Got 3 layers on there. The cardstock, the paper bag, and the postcard. That are 4 little index card journaling cards that made from 2 index cards that we cut in half. That's a lot right there. And then we made all of this out of scraps. All of the, let's see, these, this, and I think, did we make these too? I think we did, all of these. So we made these little tags right here. So cute. I think we made these just now. Kind of, I have stuff here too for my, I might have a couple things here from my journal I just made, so that's why I'm hesitating. Like, did I just make those or was that already here? Okay, so that one, these 2. Here's another little one. And then these we punched out of the 1 punch. That's the smaller of the 2 tag punches that I have. All of those. And here's the bigger one. 2 nice neutral vintage looking good sized tags, and then all of our little flowers. This one and a little tiny one. And these are really fun to put in your journal. Layer them or put them beside each other, kind of layered, you know, to the side, not on top of each other. And just perfect little touch sometimes that you need on a pocket or a tag or something. So that was quite a bit, and that was 44 minutes today. So I will see you next Saturday with some more scrappy work. It's not necessarily a tutorial, just whatever happens when I get my scrap box out and see what I can use up. So I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching, and happy crafting.